Something strange is happening in Malaysia right now. And the weirdest part? The people who live there barely notice it. But outside the country, it's a completely different story. Scroll through YouTube. Search travel content on TikTok. Dive into expat blogs or even Reddit threads. You'll start seeing a pattern. At first, it looks random. A digital nomad from Europe talking about unexpected quality of life. A retired couple from America saying, "We came for 2 weeks and stayed for 6 months." A solo traveler from Australia casually saying, "I think I could live here." Different people. Different backgrounds. Different continents. But they're all saying the same thing. Not loudly. Not as a trend. But consistently. Malaysia might be one of the most underrated countries in the world. Now pause for a second. Because that statement is bigger than it sounds. Underrated compared to what? Countries with global hype. Cities that dominate travel lists. Places people dream about visiting their entire lives. And yet, these travelers are quietly choosing Malaysia. Not for a weekend. Not for a vacation. But for something deeper. Living. Staying. Coming back again. This wasn't a quick search. It was something else. Something quieter. Something locals experience every day and often ignore. And the more I looked into it, the more shocking it became. Let that sink in. 2 completely different perspectives. Is it the food? Something else? Because what you're about to discover might change how you see this country entirely. It becomes the first reason many foreigners fall in love with Malaysia. Reason number 7, the kindness that doesn't feel scripted. Let's start with a simple moment. A traveler lands in Kuala Lumpur for the first time. Long flight. Jet lag. Confused. Hungry. He walks into a local late-night restaurant. Sits down. Stares at the menu. Everything looks unfamiliar. New names. New dishes. No idea what to order. Now, in many countries, this is where the story ends. You figure it out yourself. Maybe Google something. Maybe point randomly and hope for the best. But this is where Malaysia does something different. Before the traveler even touches his phone, someone at the next table leans over and asks, "First time here?" No hesitation. No awkwardness. Just a simple question. Within minutes, that stranger is explaining dishes, recommending food, even sharing how to pronounce local words. No expectation. No hidden motive. Just boom, helping. And here's the part that stayed with that traveler. He later said, "In my country, people respect your space by leaving you alone. In Malaysia, people respect you by stepping into your moment and helping you." That's a completely different kind of interaction. And stories like this appear everywhere. Not once. Not twice. But repeatedly. Foreigners describe Malaysia as a place where friendliness feels unforced, unscripted, real. Now compare that to some of the most developed countries in the world. Places like Japan are known for incredible politeness. Everything is organized, respectful, efficient. But many foreigners say there's still a subtle distance. You're treated well, but you still feel like an outsider. Then there are fast-paced cities like Singapore. Professional, modern, efficient, but busy. Everyone moving, everyone focused. Malaysia sits somewhere in between, modern enough to function smoothly, human enough to feel connected. And that combination creates something powerful. Because when people feel seen, even in small moments, they remember it. But here's where it gets interesting. Because this simple kindness doesn't just create good experiences, it triggers something much deeper. It makes people stay longer. And that leads to the next discovery. A discovery so powerful, it literally changes travel plans.